Transportation nightmares. Red flags to watch out for. I'm Brent, the Chief Experience Officer at Brentwood Livery, and I want you to be an educated buyer. We only get one chance to get this right. So I'm going to bring you some details, things you need to know. You're not probably going to believe these stories are even true, but we pulled them from Google testimonials of real reviews of people saying this is what happened to them. And I can reassure you, I've heard these stories similar to this, and they happen way too often. I don't want them to happen to you. We have one shot to get your wedding day right, and you deserve to be celebrated. That's why we exist at Brentwood. Picture this. A couple plan their wedding day months in advance. The wedding day comes, and the limo doesn't. Fast forward, and here's the story. The limo didn't show up, and the groom and the groomsmen had to scramble to get to their photo location. With no word from the limo company, the bride and her bridesmaids had to pile into a small car with her gorgeous wedding dress squished into the back. That's not the picture you want on your wedding day. When the chauffeur finally arrived, an hour late, I'd probably say he was a driver. He was dressed like he just rolled out of bed. To top it off, the couple still got charged in full, despite the chaos. Wow, that is crazy. Sounds like it's made up. It's right here in the article in the wedding ring. If you haven't seen it, read it for yourself. So what went wrong? Well, there was no communication or updates from the company. They had unprofessional chauffeurs, and they were getting charged for subpar service. Let me tell you another story. A couple had their limo canceled the day before their wedding, and they were given a replacement, a vehicle full of flaws, including ripped seats. It said something about the maintenance of the vehicle. About 25 minutes in, the bus started smoking and broke down, leaving them stranded on the side of the road. The company didn't answer their calls at first, and when they did, they didn't seem to care. Even worse, they refused to refund the couple for the missed boat cruise they were heading to. What about even just for the limo? The couple had to call cabs and figure out another way home. What went wrong? Well, they chose an unreputable company with terrible vehicle maintenance, terrible cleanliness, I would probably add on top of that, but I didn't see it, poor customer service with no urgency to help, and no accountability or compassion from the company. Let me tell you one more story. Stress on the big day. A couple were walking into the reception, ready to celebrate for the first time, actually probably the second time they announced their name, Mr. and Mrs., and the limo company called them to tell them they still had more money outstanding and owed. What does that do to a couple when they're ready to celebrate, that they have to think about paying their bill? It adds additional stress. So they were instructed they needed to pay their bill right then and there. The people were rude, and worst of all, they were incorrect. The couple had already paid their bill, yet they were being interrupted on their wedding day. So fast forward for you. Here's what you need to keep in mind when choosing a limo company. Punctuality is a non-negotiable. The limo needs to be there early, not just on time. Cleanliness and comfort. A spotless, comfortable, clean, well-maintained ride enhances your experience so you feel like royalty. Cost transparency. When you're budgeting for your wedding, it shouldn't come up that there's surprise fees, surprise overtime. In fact, if it's well planned, there shouldn't be overtime. Everybody knows this is the plan and what time you need to arrive at your reception. Finally, the reputation and past experiences. Work with a reputable company with positive reviews from real people and a proven track record. If there aren't many reviews, it might tell you something about the company. We have nearly 200 on our website without even trying, and it's time we do a little bit more solicitation to get people to put reviews on there. But I can tell you this, over 35 years of experience, we were here before Google reviews. We know that we can guarantee you'll look, feel, and be celebrated. We deliver value, or we believe we don't deserve your money. So choose that company. Watch for these red flags so you can avoid the wedding transportation nightmares. That article can be found in the Wedding Ring magazine Spring/Summer 2025 issue. Just for credibility, they came from Google reviews of other companies. So you deserve to be looked, feel, be celebrated, and we want to be a part of that on your big day.